Good morning, Bread and Wine and friends of Bread and Wine. My name is Pastor Shard Yadav, and we have just entered the season of Lent. If you were with us for our Ash Wednesday service with our combined congregations, First Covenant and Portland Covenant, Access Covenant, and Bread and Wine, you've already sort of experienced the soft inauguration into this strange season. It is a time of the Christian year associated with the life of Jesus, just like all parts of the Christian calendar. And this time of year is associated with the death of Christ, the suffering of Christ. So the season of Advent, hope in the life of Christ, and then his advent in Christmas, his first coming, and then the focus on his life in Epiphany, all kind of derive spiritual strength and light from the life of Jesus on earth. Lent is a darker time. And because of that, we realize that we don't need any more darkness in our lives. It's been a difficult couple of years, and we're all facing serious challenges and difficulties. And so for this season of Lent, we would really appreciate a focus as a community that taught us what to do with some of the negative emotions that we've been having over the last couple of years. There's nothing magic about suffering. There's nothing good about pain. But during the season of Lent, we look at the example that changed the world, the gift that changed the world in the suffering and death of Jesus, so that even a cross, this instrument of torture, could be turned into a sign of salvation, hope, and redemption, new things, good things. And so we want to learn how to do that in our own lives, and that means bringing our negative emotions before God and allowing God to heal and transform. And so the time in our service during this Lenten season will be an opportunity to pray our emotions, to pray our tears, to pray our pains and traumas and fears. And we're inviting you, if you're watching online, to do the same thing together with us, recognizing that it's probably not appropriate to film that conversation in that circle we'll be having on Sunday. We do want you to enter this season with us. So I'd like to lead you through a prayer and meditation where you can pause the video at these different sections. I'll just mention when that might be helpful, as we learn through Psalms of lament, Psalms of anger, Psalms of confusion, different ways of biblical authors pouring their hearts out before God, trying to get their arms around something deeper and more stable than the chaos of our own inner life. We want to teach you to do that through the Psalms. So this week, if you could review what we talked about from Psalm 1 a few times ago, that would be great. It's the introduction to the Psalms, and it's all about orienting ourselves towards either blessing and flourishing, or withering and fading away. And really the difference between those two things is where we go with what we're dealing with in our lives. And we're trying to go upward with it. We're trying to bring it to God and process it there. So review that time, that discussion, and read Psalm 1 if you'd like, to put before you the ways of life and death, and then join us in this time in the Lenten season where we're trying to choose life, even by coming before God with our difficult emotions, praying our grief and fear and anger and confusion with whatever it is that you're facing personally and we're facing as a community. So let's do this meditation time together, and I hope that it'll be a great introduction into that season. And of course, you're welcome to join us on Sunday mornings if you're local, and if not, you're welcome to hit us up on Facebook or through email, and we'd love to be praying for you. So get in a comfortable place, in a place where you can relax without interruption for just a few minutes, and close your eyes. And with your eyes closed and breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, you're just bringing yourself before God and taking a few moments to settle into the place where you're sitting, where you are, so that you're there on purpose, bringing your thoughts and emotions and your body before God. So do that now, and you can pause the video if you like, and then unpause it when you feel like you're in a place to begin. And when you are in that place, gently, with your eyes still closed, still breathing and presenting yourself before God, opening your heart to Him, call to mind what you're facing in this moment. If it's very traumatic and it causes you to panic, maybe choose something a little bit less challenging. But choose something that you are able to, without hurting yourself, that you can call to mind. Some challenge you're facing. So I'll let you take a few moments to do that and ask yourself these questions. And again, pause where you need to. With your eyes closed, thinking about whatever it is you're facing, maybe what our community is facing, maybe what the city of Portland or the country or the world is facing, whatever it is that you've called to mind, how did it get to that place? Just rehearse that in your mind for a few moments. How did it get here? What am I facing and how did I get here? Ask yourself, what's at stake in this for me? What is it that causes the stress? What do I have to lose for myself, for my family, for my community? Bring those difficult things to mind. And as you do that, I want you to notice what's going on in your body. So as you're gently calling these things to mind, rehearsing, facing these things, start with your feet and move up slowly to your legs, to your stomach, to your chest, your shoulders and your neck, your facial expression, your eyes, your head. Are you scrunching your face? Is your neck stiff? Are your shoulders tense? Is your stomach full of butterflies or clenched? Just survey from toe all the way to your head what's going on in your body. And as you do that, as you're checking in with your body, as you're rehearsing these difficult things, just notice what's going on. And if you'd like to try to relax, tense shoulders, or if you'd like to try to breathe a little deeper through those butterflies in your stomach, you feel free to do that. But you're not trying to change it. You're just noticing what's going on. Relax if you can. If you can't, don't worry. Just notice what's happening in your body and offer that to God. Don't just notice it for yourself. Tell God in your own heart and mind, I'm feeling a little tense right now. My stomach is a little uncomfortable right now. And still, with these challenges that you've brought to your mind, notice now what you're feeling. So we were noticing the physical aspects. Now notice what am I feeling? Am I anxious? Sad? Confused? Angry? Helpless? Ambivalent? Resigned? Maybe excited? Whatever the feelings are, just notice those feelings and offer them to God. As you sit before Him, bringing not just the words and thoughts about this difficulty, but actually the feelings in your body and in your heart. You're offering those to God and just telling God, God, I'm feeling this way. This is what's going on with me. Almost as though you're folding those things into His hand or offering those things into His heart from yours. And after you're done doing that, if you need to take some time to do that, pause the tape. But then if you want to unpause the video, you can now, still sitting with your eyes closed, having offered your body and your heart to God, tell God something true about Him. God, you're here. God, you care. God, you are coming again to be with me. God, these things that are happening don't change who you are. Whatever you need, truth you need to speak to God about Himself, you're going to say it directly to Him. And just pick one truth about God. God, you are merciful. God, you are forgiving. Whatever it is, your truth that you're holding on to, say it to Him. And as you breathe in and out, as you notice what's happening in your body, you're just repeating that truth. Repeat it back to God for several moments. So you can pause and do that. And when you're back, check back in with your body. Has anything changed? Have your shoulders loosened? Have you relaxed at all? If not, that's okay. Just notice after that time of speaking that truth, is there any difference in your feelings, in your body? And just notice that. Notice the difference. Take a few minutes to say, I was tense and now I'm not. If there is no change, that's okay. It doesn't change what you've said about Him. It doesn't change that truth at all. So maybe just repeat that truth again. If you notice nothing has changed, grab onto what can never change, which is who God is, and just repeat it again and again. And when you're ready, open your eyes and stand before God. And however long you need to do it, just say thank you. Say thank you for who He is. And when you're ready, go back into your day. We hope you'll join us during this season of Lent as we learn together to present ourselves before God and process even the most difficult emotions in order to experience a life that's truly flourishing, whether in pain or in joy.